Then let's go from that to the last fight of the night. This was the super fight when Israel Adesanya, your UFC middleweight champion, moves up to face Jan Blachowicz in his light heavyweight championship. And would you believe it? Jan Blachowicz all but dominates the previously unbeaten Israel Adesanya to hand him his first professional MMA loss. Israel Adesanya now 20-1, with two judges scoring this 49-45 and 149-46. Two of the three judges gave Izzy the third round, and then two of the judges also gave Jan Blachowicz a 10-8 in the fifth, which I do agree with. Now, the crazy thing here, Blake, is that Israel Adesanya, arguably the most technical striker in the UFC. He's one of the best. He's the best striker in the middleweight division. We all know him for how good he is. It just keeping guys at range and hitting them. Jan Blachowicz almost doubled Israel's striking output, 144-99, and was able to land 67% of his shots on Izzy. Izzy just landed 54% on his own. And then where there's all this talk, previously, how the people can't take Israel Adesanya down. That's one of the things where he actually has really good takedown defense. Jan lands 3 of 5 takedowns and just kind of stifles any sort of attack that Izzy was able to put out. And it's what can I say? But besides, it's time to put some respect on Jan Blachowicz.
Yeah, I don't think it was a domination. I don't agree with the scores that much. The 10-8 round doesn't make any sense to me, considering if you look at Izzy's face, pretty much unmarked.
I guess it was just the fact that he was able to keep him, Jan just in the dominant position on the ground for the round. But they did
on top of him.
I think they did give the judges a little more power to have more 10-8s. Maybe that played a role, but I'm not sure if that was 10. I would say 10-9. That was easily a 10-9, but
I think that Jan easily won 3 rounds.
Yes.
Maybe 4. But he never got a 10-8 round, in my opinion. I don't know. Whatever, though. I mean, Jan for sure won comfortably. Yes. I don't think he dominated, but he won comfortably. The first 3 rounds were a little closer than the last 2. The last 2 rounds, when he was able to get that, get the fight to the ground like he did, then it was pretty much over. I mean, you could tell those extra pounds are just, you can't really do too much about that.
Well, it was about Jan's about 225 when he's all rehydrated. Is he still at 190?
He's cutting to 205. Izzy walks around
35-pound difference on the ground. That's going to have an effect on the fight.
And not just like it's 35 pounds regular dude. No, it's 35 pounds specimen, professional athlete, mercenary on top of you.
Polish power.
That's 35 pounds of Polish power. It's kind of different. So I think it's a little bit of a wake-up call for Izzy and to everyone, honestly, to anyone thinking that this double champ stuff is easy. And someone made a great point on, I forget which show I was watching, but it's like, it's not like you're a featherweight going up to a lightweight like Conor McGregor did, 10-pound difference. You're going middleweight 185, people are cutting to light heavyweight, 205. That's 20 pounds. That's just cutting though. So, I mean, imagine what you're rehydrating to, like you said. So it's a big freaking deal. And that kind of, it just goes to show you got to be super prepared at this level.
Hey, Blake, you have to imagine it's almost like weight classes are a thing for a reason because, bigger guys have an advantage.
Right? You don't say. And that's the thing is like, Jan didn't necessarily beat him up.
No.
I would have liked to have seen him get a little more damage, on the ground when he was in those dominant positions, but
he also didn't need to.
Yeah, I mean, he knew he had it in the bag, so like, why even risk Izzy getting up?
It's almost like Izzy
landing a kick on the break or something crazy, like something insane could happen with Izzy at any moment.
This version of Izzy looked almost like the one we saw against Yoel Romero almost exactly a year ago, because it wasn't like close. It wasn't like the same way, but it's kind of that feeling where Izzy was almost holding back, was almost scared to get into these exchanges. It's like he feared the Polish power. Polish power, Blake. It's real.
You could tell he didn't want to get touched by that too hard.
Well, it's because the whole time, when Jan lands one, he doesn't land just one. He lands 2 and 3 after that. And so it's scary to even Jan doesn't throw just like little jabs and stuff like that. He throws punches and bunches, and he will put you out if he's really able to land. And like I said though, Blake, one thing I would like to say, I did see Jan Blachowicz is going to knock Dominic Reyes out in the second round at UFC 253, so I was right about that. I say Jan Blachowicz over Israel Adesanya in this one. And just real quick, I know I should have said this at the beginning, Blake, but congrats on you retaining your Suck My Pick title via tie. But tie goes to the champ. So congrats, my friend, on your first title defense. So hats off to you, man.
Thank you, bro. Appreciate it.
Of course. I'll put a little respect on the name. Put a little respect. Both finished 6-3.
Respect on the best.
I should have been at least 7-2 on the night because Aljamain Sterling, I had Aljo losing, and he was going to until he got knee in the head. And honestly, Song Yadong should have won that fight. I'm going to say that. Song Yadong should have won.
No. Yeah. Come on.
No bias in that one. But dude, Jan Blachowicz, he started off 2-4 in the UFC. Ever since that fourth loss in the UFC, that was he's gone since 2017, Blake, 9-1. And his only loss during this 10-fight stretch where he's gone 9-1 was against Thiago Santos in 2019. Thiago Santos is a top 5 light heavyweight fighter, so he didn't lose to a slouch. He's beaten dudes like Luke Rockhold, Nikita Krylov, Ronaldo Souza, Dom Reyes, and now Israel Adesanya. And Dominic Reyes is the guy that a lot of people in the MMA community thought he beat John Jones. So Jan Blachowicz beat all these guys convincingly. It's time to give this guy the respect he deserves because he's a freak and he's a really good champion.